Here with Grant DePorter, the owner of Chicago Sports Museum. How did the idea of the Chicago Sports Museum come about?
Well, I've been a collector. I grew up living at the Highway in Chicago, and all the sports events and teams were always staying at the hotel. Like the NBA awards were at that hotel as I was growing up and all that other stuff. So I met a lot of players when I was young. Started collecting even back then. They'd give me things. And then our Harry Carey's restaurant, we started that in 1987. So we've been kind of adding things to our restaurants. This restaurant here is our 7th restaurant, and it's kind of like we've been growing. Now, a decade ago, I was the one that paid $114,000 for an infamous Cubs foul ball that was, kept the Cubs from going to the World Series.
The Bartman ball.
We're only 5 outs away. Yeah. So when I bought it, with the idea of destroying it, I got 20,000 thank you letters from Cub fans like in a week with all their ideas on how you would destroy it. One of them was the guy that won the Academy Award for Jurassic Park, Best Special Effects. So we became good friends, and he helped me figure out ways to destroy that one. And then I bought Sammy Sosa's cork bat, and I even bought Andrew Shaw's stitches from his face this year from Game 6. So that unusual stuff kind of was a different, that's kind of maybe shock value, got a lot of fan interest, but I've also collected, the bat that made the last out in the White Sox World Series, and a lot of other historic items.
And all these items that you're mentioning are all items that you can see here at the museum.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And then, we have a lot of athlete partners too that wanted to kind of help out. Like we're staying in front of Brandon Marshall, who's a partner in our place here. He brought in his skater shoes and game used uniforms, and Patrick Kane's a partner. He gave me some of his items, and when you get all that kind of synergy, it's like 1 + 1 = 5.
Right.
And Chicago is really a great sports town, and probably no better sports fan in the world. I mean, look at Cubs fans. They've waited since 1908 for a championship, and they're still incredibly loyal to the team. They're still waiting. Yeah, so the museum's been kind of an evolution, but I always thought that, I want to do something at a huge scale. This place is 23,000 square feet.
Wow.
Yeah, in Watertown Place, right on Michigan Avenue. One thing definitely thought was lacking in some of these places. You want to be interactive.
Right.
And that's one thing we did here. Like we talked to Scottie Pippen and Frank Thomas and Richard Dent, who's a partner, and Patrick Kane. We filmed them in green screen rooms, and you can actually either become them or compete against them. And it's kind of fun where Scotty's talking to you as a real person, all of a sudden you become his avatar and you're controlling his body on the Bulls court. So that's been I can remember you tell it's going to be a huge hit. Also, I had this thing called Forensic Sports. Forensic Sports, I was doing the FBI Civilian Academy. I was going through that at the same time that the Blackhawks were in the 2010 championship run. And Patrick Kane was a partner of mine, and he scored the winning goal, so I thought it'd be fun to get the winning puck, see where that went. And then I found out no one knew where it was. So I put out a $50,000 reward, like a bounty, like with the FBI, like a wanted poster. The FBI helped me create it. And a Flyer fan submitted a puck saying, here's the puck, give me $50,000. But not realizing we could do like ballistics tests, like you could, we compared the puck entering the net to the puck he submitted and realized there were 2 different pucks. The first room when you come in is we call Measure Up, where you can compare your skills and strength and all that to a professional athlete. Like, can you jump as high as Michael Jordan? Or are you as strong as Walter Payton? Do you have the speed and agility of like Tony Esposito for the Blackhawks? There's like the wall lights up like a bunch of pucks, and you see if you can compete against your friends. And then we also have an area that's kind of like the best memorabilia from each team: the Cubs, Bulls, Bears, White Sox. And it's kind of we use a lot of treasures.
This is really an interactive experience, not just for kids, but for adults as well.
Everyone. Yeah.
It's a place for everyone.
Well, in the fan zone, you can call a game like, Harry Carey. The very famous Sandberg game when he hit the 2 home runs in 1984. Or you can sing Take Me Out the Ball game like all the celebrities do, like Harry did. And it will videotape you doing it and then send you the video.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah.
How does Harry Carey's restaurant partner up with the Chicago Sports Museum?
Yeah, well, it's part of the complex, and we also have a retail store too. You can, like Patrick Kane signed a bunch of stuff, and Ernie Banks and so on. And But the restaurant, you know, Harry is known for singing Something Stretch, and we're on the 7th floor, and there's our 7th restaurant, so we thought, you know, why do we call it Harry Carey's Something Stretch, which is American favorite food that we could say reimagined.
Okay.
And, you know, it's people love the food, and you know, it's got Water Tower Place when we came up here, added windows, you know, facing the lake, the park, John Hancock Center, because there's no windows up here before. And the elevator ride itself is an experience. The express elevator is Harry serenading you to get you up here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So this is the whole thing, experience, eating.
Yeah.
You spent a couple hours here.
Spent all day here, I think. I've already seen some people, you know, been here since 11 o'clock. They're not leaving.